This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Masterherbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Welcome, everyone. We finally, hopefully, I do see that my microphone is working. And in area code 757, did you have a question or a comment? That looks like Marnie has joined us, and thank you for joining us. And if you do have a question or a comment or a topic, we can get into that. We can start talking about that. And if you have some products that you've received and you have questions about them or so forth, I don't diagnose and I don't prescribe. And Doc Miles will be joining me here in about 20 minutes, and he doesn't diagnose or prescribe either. What we do is this is a worldwide conference every Thursday for 2 hours where we're talking about the latest discoveries in health and how to use natural remedies. That's it. We're going to make suggestions, but we don't prescribe or diagnose. That's what drug-pushing doctors do. We don't do that. We simply make suggestions based on what you're doing and what we've read and what we know and what our training is. That's what we do. So if you have a question or if you have a comment, please press your star key 2 times. If you have a topic, you want to talk about something, just press your star key 2 times, and that will open up your mic. So that being said, let me see if I can actually, in area code 810, did you have a question or a topic or a comment? How about area code 770? Do you have a question or a comment or a topic? Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute those mics so that as we carry on here. And again, in area code 757, do you have a question? Do you have a topic? Or is there anything you want to talk about here today as we get started? I always like to ask people, what they want to talk about, because very often, people would just like to listen and find out what's going on and what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and talk about how this system works. How does a perfect health system work? Well, the first thing is you go over here on the Herbal Health Review website. I'm making a video of this broadcast, and there's over 150 videos that we've made where I lost my computer tech. So I had to we're getting another computer tech. Life changes, things happen, and we move on. So right now, there's 149 screen capture videos of me sharing the information about how this system works. So when you're on herbalhealthreview.com, that's herbalhealthreview.com, and you click on the Discoveries in Health tab, well, that's this broadcast. And it tells you all the ways that you can join this broadcast. You can join it over your telephone. You can join it over your telephone internationally. There's an international access numbers. So you can join it over your telephone anywhere in the world. Also, this broadcast is available over your computer or over your smartphone or your tablet. And that's www.uberconference.com/Truman8. So when you're on herbalhealthreview.com and you've clicked on the Discoveries in Health tab, then it offers you all this information, all the ways to join by telephone, to join by your computer, your smartphone, or your tablet, and even in Google Hangouts. With live audio video, there's the big green button, and it says Discoveries in Health Live Video Discussion, and you can join it that way. So there's all these ways to join the broadcast. And there is 149 screen capture videos where I'm describing all of the system of promoting and being educated, promoting your own health, educating yourself on how to do this. And then for certain people, I can only help so many people being their personal coach, but I do that. There are some people that need a personal coach to fully take advantage of all the natural remedies that and research that I've uncovered and that I use and have been using now for 56 years. Been doing this a long time, folks. And it's really something that we have the tools, like these 149 videos teaching, so that you can go in and see these broadcasts. And if I'm talking about make lifestyle changes, maybe I've gone up to the common conditions reports. And if I'm talking about the perfect diet, the perfect way to start every day, well, then you're going to be on herbalhealthreview.com, and you're going to click on common conditions, and then you're going to go down and you're going to see the first report is make lifestyle changes. So let's start there, because that's starting at the top. Because this make lifestyle changes report, that's where you learn how to start every day by boosting up the immune system. And it starts it starts every day with the beginning of half your body weight in water in ounces. By that I mean, if you weighed 100 pounds, half your body weight in ounces would be 50 ounces. So just know that every day, if you weigh 150 pounds, you want 75 ounces of water. You want to go through 75 ounces of water. You can have a little bit more. You can have a little bit less, but you really need about half your body weight. Now, I mean, if you're in a very dry situation, maybe it's real hot, you're going to consume more, and that's great. But we need at least half your body weight in ounces of water every day. Now you're sipping away on this water, and maybe you got a slice. It's mineral water. It's pure water, and that water has a slice of lemon in it. Now you're starting to rehydrate the body. It's 16 ounces, and you're sipping away on this water. But first, you're getting into a B12 and folic acid drops under the tongue, because that's this state-of-the-art delivery system is under the tongue. The second thing you're doing is getting a good dose of vitamin D3, because it slashes cancer risk by 77%. It boosts the immune system. And there's a trick to boosting the immune system, and it's outlined right there in that report. So if you are following me, or you're going to follow me later, or you're going to watch this broadcast later, when it's published on the herbalhealthreview.com website under Discoveries in Health, and all the way at the bottom, we'll publish this video. And we've already done this report. We've already talked about this before, but there are new people in the room. So I thought I would start at the beginning. And starting at the beginning is making sure that when you start your day, you're boosting your immune system, you're feeding your brain, and you're fighting cancer and disease with these type of supplements. The B12 and folic acid drops under the tongue, 50, that's right, 50 drops of liquid sunshine vitamin D3. 50, that's 1,000 in each drop. That's 50,000 IUs of vitamin D3 every morning for 15 days. On the 16th day, you drop back at 10 drops and you stay with 10 drops. What you've done then is you've given yourself a blast of vitamin D3, really unlocking your immune system, and then you're dropping back so that you're not pushing the liver too hard. Because we have to look out for every organ and every tissue in the body, because everything we do matters when it comes to diet. It's what you eat is what you are going to become. What you think is what you're going to become. And when you are boosting up the immune system and taking that B12 and folic acid drops, about 2 or 3 drops under the tongue, and then for 15 days, 50 drops of liquid sunshine, then dropping back to 10 drops on the 16th day and thereafter. And you just keep taking that, and that keeps really getting that immune system up. Now, there are a lot of people who have hormonal disorders, and there is something called pregnenolone. And pregnenolone is the mother of all hormones. So if you're taking pregnenolone, we can tell you more about it and why and how, and it's in this report. We can get into detail about each of these supplements, what they're doing and why they're doing it and so forth. But right now, let's just go across the surface. Let's just take a step back and take a look at the whole picture. The whole picture is that if you were under stress and you did want to increase your libido and balance your hormones, then you might look at pregnenolone. And any supplement you've never taken before, always start with underdosing yourself. If it says take a whole capsule, well, then just take a little bit and make sure it agrees with you. Open the capsule and just take a little bit and make sure that it agrees with you. And then increase the dosage very slowly until you find out whether something is working with your body, or your body's not ready for it, or doesn't want it, or loves it. You're going to find out, but we need to step into it slowly and be gentle. And if you find that pregnenolone reduces your stress levels, because that's what it does, pregnenolone, the mother of all hormones, gets rid of stress. They give it to a military pilot so he can fly another mission. Dump 1 or 2 capsules right underneath his tongue and say, go on out and fly some more. And they do it. So it's a harmless hormone called pregnenolone. And it may be very valuable to someone who is under a lot of stress and someone who wants to balance their hormones. And then there's fulvic acid. Fulvic acid, well, that's an ancient forest that's been smashed down until it has become shale. They mine the shale, and they turn it into a liquid, and it's really inexpensive. I think it's like a, a dollar or something, or $2 or $3 for an ounce of it. It's the most inexpensive natural remedy, but it's all these nutrients from the entire forest. You're getting all the bark, all the trees, all the leaves, all the flowers, all the every herb in that forest, all smashed down into and liquefied. Pretty interesting. Fulvic acid. So little squirt of that underneath your tongue. Then there's Intramax, my favorite multiple vitamin that has over 415 all organic ingredients. That's right, 415. And they're all organic. And it's a state-of-the-art liquid, vitamin supplement. There's not anything any better than this one. And you take a half of an ounce in the morning, and you're holding that in your mouth along with the B12 and the folic acid and the liquid sunshine, maybe a little pregnenolone and maybe some fulvic acid, and that's how you're. And then if you really need to boost your immune system, we'll add colostrum, and that's in this report. And anything that's in this report, if you click on it, you can see it. So colostrum is going to reintroduce the immune factors that you received at birth. That's what it is. Colostrum comes into mother's milk, or just before mother's milk comes in, actually. The colostrum comes in, the baby gets the colostrum, then the mother's milk comes in, and the baby gets mom's milk. So colostrum, that is the immune factors. So if we need to re-immunize you so that you've got all of the natural immune factors that you got when that's probably been destroyed if you've ever seen a doctor, because they'll give you some kind of chemicals and so forth that all of a sudden nothing works anymore. Eventually, there's a Band-Aid. That's what allopathic chemical medicine is. It's a Band-Aid, and the more you take it, pretty soon you find that Band-Aid don't work, and you're going to need something better, and they don't have something better. What they have is Band-Aids, and pretty soon they say there's nothing we can do for you, and what you have is incurable, and on and on and on. Or they're going to say, we'll try some new drug, but just know it has 77 or 88 different side effects, and most of them will kill you, but we can try it, they'll say. Sure, you're the one that has to try it, and it's a very sad story if you do. So we're talking about how to really charge up the immune system so your battery is 100%. And the next thing we're going to do is after we've had that colostrum, if we need to boost the immune system, and we're only going to take, 1 or 2 capsules or half a teaspoon if it's a powder. And then there's Nice Bones. Nice Bones is high-tech, state-of-the-art, multi-chelated calcium and magnesium. And it even has a little bit of that vitamin D3 with it as well. And so, and this is where you're going to get your calcium and your magnesium. And it's best taken at night. And that way you don't have cramps, because the magnesium and the calcium are working together and preventing cramps and making sure you're getting your calcium and your magnesium delivered into your body. But here's a secret some people don't know. And the secret is that calcium gets trapped in the tissues of your body because there is not enough hydrochloric acid. So then you begin losing your hair, and your skin is not too good anymore, and your fingernails are getting kind of raggedy, and your bones are weak. That's because you're not assimilating the calcium. It's getting trapped in the tissues on the way to giving you nice hair, giving you nice fingernails. It is trapped in the tissues. Here's how you unlock it. You get betaine HCl, 650 milligrams, with some pepsin with it, and you take one of those with each meal. There's 180 of them. So one with each meal, that's going to last you quite some time. It's 3 a day. So there you go, 3 a day, 90. So that's good. So that's about a 2-month supply there, and of HCl, and you take one with each meal. Now your hair starts to grow, and your fingernails are starting to grow, and your bones are getting strong because it's unlocking the calcium that's getting stuck in the tissues. Now we're getting real close to Doc Miles might be showing up here any minute. I'm going to go check and see if he arrived. I don't see him yet. I don't see the doc. No. Okay, he's probably feeding the animals. Doc Miles is a naturopathic doctor in Georgetown, Texas, who generally joins us here every Thursday, and he may yet join us yet. It's just about the time he arrives, because he closes his clinic and comes, and he's starts taking care of the animals and himself and so forth, and then jumps into this broadcast every Thursday and is available to answer questions and make sure you get answers to very difficult health challenges. That's his specialty, and is mine as well. And I've been making lots of natural herbs for Doc Miles for many decades, and we've been friends a long time. But he'll be here shortly, and let's go back here and let's see how this system works. So here we are. Now we're really digesting our calcium, because we're taking one tablet of betaine HCl, 650 milligrams. There's 180 tabs. Let's see how much it is. Okay, let's click on this. Now, anytime you click on any of these supplements that are listed here, when you click on them, well, it takes you over to betterhealthherbs.com. Betterhealthherbs.com is the manufacturer and the only manufacturer of all the products that I've invented in the last 56 years. So now I clicked on that betaine HCl, and it says you got about a 2-month supply there. And if you ever get indigestion, just take 2 of those instead of 1, with a big glass of water, maybe 8 to 12 ounces of water, and in 5 minutes that indigestion will be gone. That's right, no more indigestion. Now you're going to break down and digest your food, and it's $21.98 for a 2-month supply, or $22 for a month supply, or $11 a month. $11 a month for digesting and getting all your food and all your calcium with HCl. What's in it? Let's see what's in it. You take 1 tablet with each meal, and it has betaine hydrochloride, 650 milligrams, and it's got pepsin, 165 milligrams ratio. Yes, so that's 165 milligrams of pepsin with that HCl, and that's why you digest and break down everything. And now you're getting it. So I thought we'd take a look at that. That's how it works. You're looking at a product, you click on it, you go over to Health and Herbs. Then if you want to, you put it in the shopping cart. Now here's the rest of the story. Because once you put it in the shopping cart, then you can view the shopping cart and see how much you purchased. And maybe you say you're going to get two of this and 1 of those. You might decide to get 3 of that and 1 of those, or just 1 of each. You can change it. You can edit it and in your shopping cart, and you can view your shopping cart. And it goes on to tell you, the supplement description, and you get to You can choose as many as you want, put it in the cart, and when you get ready to check out, now I'm telling you all this, but so that you can see how the system works. And I'm not selling anything because I don't get anything from the sale of any products. That's right. The FDA hauled me into federal court, and a federal judge reviewed who I am, what I do, how I do it, and threw the FDA out of court and told them never come back again and don't bother Dr. Burst ever again. Just leave him alone, leave natural remedies alone. And then she said something that kind of startled me just before she threw the FDA out of court and told him never to come back again. She said, go after potato chip manufacturers and leave natural remedies alone. That's it. And she was done with them. So I don't get anything from the sale of any product, but it takes perfect products for perfect results. And everything on this website, Health and Herbs, is all organic. It's the best you can get. And they make all of the formulations that I created in the last 56 years. So it looks like one of my best friends has just arrived. Is that you, Doc Miles? Are you there?
Yes, sir. I sure am. How are you?
I am blessed, brother. So looks like how I got onto this broadcast had to go over my cell phone because I couldn't do it through the computer, but that seems to be working now, so that's great. So Doc, can you how's everything? What's going on?
Well, I'm busy.
I know you're busy. I'm busy too. I'm trying to get situated here in Jamaica, and my hard drive died on my computer the day before I left. So I had to resurrect all my applications and files and emails and everything, and try to get back to people and so forth. So yeah, I know what busy is. Yeah. So
I know that's right.
So brother. So then the Doc. Then you know what happened next. So I finally got everything up and running on my end, and then Brittany's computer went down and couldn't get a hold of the computer tech because he's not available anymore. You very well these days, and he's just not available. And so she couldn't get him, and so she had to get someone else, and finally got her computer up. And then the Better Health Herbs host is called HostGator. Well, HostGator made a mistake and opened the gates and flooded our system with all kinds of calls and we in other words, we got too many hits they got too many hits on the Better Health Herbs website, so they shut it down. They made the mistake. And when Brittany got to them, she finally got to the person, and they admitted that they made the mistake, but she had to pay the penalty and have her computer shut down for 7 days because that happened. Can you understand the logic in that? I can't, but that was.
That's crazy. I know. I've been having problems with mine, so I'm trying to change everything around. And I got hold of Gary, and he gave me the keys to get in. So
Excellent.
anyway, I was hoping that Blanca would get on with us today, but today's her birthday, and she's out with her husband, doing some fun things and stuff. So she couldn't get on here today, but we still wish her a happy birthday.
Yes.